Right. So just come to seated for me if you're not seated already. And just give yourself a few deep breaths, even sigh your breath out if you need to. Try and drop some of that tension that you might be carrying. And just hold on to the fronts of your knees. Again, I'm going with this practice of movement, of rounding right now, of expanding and contracting the front and back lines of our body. So we'll be moving through front line, sides, and back of our body. So again, just a short and sweet practice. So you can do this at any point. So just holding onto the fronts of your knees, let yourself round back. Let your chin tuck in, let your shoulders roll forwards. And then pulling a little bit with your hands, take your shoulders back, tilt your gaze up. And then letting yourself round. And then pulling with your hands, chest and belly forwards, shoulders pull back. And just moving through a couple of times. Following your own breath, even holding one position if it feels best for you. And just notice the movement through your pelvis as it tilts forward and back, as well as through your shoulders and maybe the tilt of your head and neck. And if you can, just try and breathe with these movements. Inhale as your chest comes forward, and exhale as you scoot back. And just come back through to center. And just take a deep breath in. Feel like you're pressing your pelvis down as you reach up. So you might even notice that you can extend a little bit more. And just take your left fingertips off to the side and reach up and over with your right hand. So you can stay sort of steady here. Or as you inhale, see if you can gaze up under your arm. And then as you exhale, let yourself reach and even gaze down a little bit. So inhale, gazing up, and exhale, down. Maybe even taking your elbow back in space as you open, and then extending through your fingertips as you reach. So maybe exploring the movement a little bit. Just making sure you're taking deep breaths as you move through these actions. And last time, let yourself reach out all the way back up through to center. Let your fingertips come behind. And just take your shoulders back, chest and belly forwards. Tilt your chin. Give yourself a few breaths, feeling into the top of your chest, into the space around your collarbones. And then reaching off to the opposite side, so reaching all the way up and over. You can press down a little bit with your base palm and see if you can sink your opposing hip down so your left hip stays connected. So let yourself reach. You can stay steady here again and just breathe. Or maybe tilt your gaze up as you inhale, and then down and reach as you exhale. So you feel slightly different areas of your body. You might be able to stay a little bit more connected with your breath, gazing up as you inhale, and then reaching as you exhale. This isn't meant to be challenging. It's just meant to give you movement and sensation to get into your body. Again, you might take your elbow back in space as you open and then reach as you exhale. And then last time, let yourself reach. Reaching all the way up and taking your fingertips behind. Shoulders back and wide, let your gaze tilt. Press down even deeper through the base of your pelvis so it stays anchored and might allow you to lift a little bit higher into your chest. And just come back through to center, holding onto your knees once more. And if you have the space, I need to shift myself back slightly. See if you can walk your hands forwards. So keeping your hips steady on the ground, letting your chin tuck in. Notice what you feel through your low spine. And if this is comfortable, just walking your hands off towards your left. So I'm really trying to keep my right hip connected as I reach out. And then coming back through to center, reaching all the way over to your opposite side, reaching through your left fingertips, trying to keep your left hip connected. Walk your hands back through to center, let them come in. A few breaths, just notice how you feel. So trying to expand front, sides, back lines of your body. Close your eyes if you like. And just as you breathe, feel like your breath, your energy can move into your chest and your rib cage, letting it expand. But also moving all the way down into the base of your pelvis. And then exhale fully. Inhale, letting your breath expand, chest, belly, all the way down into the base of your pelvis. Exhale, letting any stagnant energy go. Good. And one more deep breath in. And exhale. Good. And one last little movement here. See if you can take your belly back. This time all the way around and forwards. So just a few times making some circles. Staying connected to that deep, full breath. Moving slowly, noticing any areas that might feel challenging to move into. And just being with your body, exploring this movement and how it feels. And then opposite direction. Noticing your hips, noticing your shoulders, any tension in your head and neck. Good. And then just come back to center. Hands on your belly and your chest. A few deep breaths in your center, in your midline. Just bringing your hands